whereas the is used to express the relation of two ratios. That means this is an equation. When you have equivalent sign, this double colon, this is known as double colon. So when you have this double colon, when LHS and RHS are same, P by Q is equal to A by B. P by Q is a ratio, A by B is a ratio. When you are comparing two ratios, we use proportion. So rule of cross multiplication says, whenever P by Q is equal to A by B, whenever you are given a proportion or whenever two ratios are same, then P into P is equal to A into Q. Then we immediately have B into P is equal to A into Q. Okay, A and Q are multiplied, B and P are multiplied, and that is in the left hand side. So we extend the concept of ratio and proportion to understand what is percentage. Percentage is also a fraction. Percentage is also a fraction. This has also got numerator and denominator. Percentage also has got numerator P and denominator Q. So, okay, where denominator is not equal to 0. So in mathematics, it is not exactly the universal definition I can say, but for your understanding, per means divided by. Okay, per always represents the divided by sign. Cent always means 100. Okay, percentile, you might have already had percentile. Cent is always 100, per is always divided by, and you'll come across some statements in problems, mathematical problems, where on and off, these two are prepositions, these two always represents multiplication. On and off. Okay, 2% of 100 rupees. That means 2% multiplied by 100 rupees. 1% of 5,000. Off means you have to multiplication. Dividend calculated on face value. That means you have to multiply face value. Interest calculated on deposit. That means you have to multiply interest and deposit. So on and off. I again tell you, these are not authentic definition. These are just for understanding. In most of the cases, whenever you have per, it is divided by, and cent is always 100. On and off are generally equal to multiplication. Okay, so let's understand what exactly is the percentage. Percentage is nothing but a ratio. Okay, in terms of 100. If you are calculating for 100, then the expression in the form of P by Q, the fraction which is in the form P by Q, or the ratio in the form P by Q is known as percentage. Okay, so that is how much for 100, that is generally percentage. 60%. So 60 out of 100. I have got 60% in HSC. That means I have got 60 marks out of 100 marks. Okay, 2 for 3. That means 2 out of 3. 2 with respect to 3. Comparison, 2 you are comparing with respect to 3. Okay, 2 out of 3. That is the ratio 2 divided by 3. Simple problems will understand. All these things will come in your shares and mutual fund. Only a small part I have taken. What is 3% of 600? Let's understand how to calculate the percentage. 3%. First, let us write 3% of 600. Okay, so let us convert. 3 per means divided by, correct na? Divided by, cent is converted to 100, per is converted to divided by, okay, this line is divided by, cent is converted to 100, of I told is multiplication. How much is there? 600. So sometimes you always have the confusion whether 100 comes in the numerator or denominator. That's always a general, okay, confusion among the students. If you understand this concept, you'll never do the mistake. You always take the expression, the question always will be converted into expression correctly once you understand the basics. Okay, so 3 by 100 into 600. How much? You can write it in the chart box. How much is
Ma'am, 18.
18? So other people are not allowed, I think. So 18 rupees is the 3% of 600. Okay. So you can use chart box to give your answer, and you have to answer quickly so that we can solve and understand the concepts more clearly. What is 4.5% of 90,000? Again, we'll convert 4.5. This is a fraction. Per means divided by. Cent is 100. Half is multiplication. 90,000. Okay. So now two zeros and zeros get cancelled. You have to multiply 904.5. 4.5% of 90,000. That is equal to rupees. Please use the chart box, other students. Please use. I just want one or two answers so that I'll come to know whether you are understanding, following or not. I try to speak slowly and try to make you understand. And these are very, very simple things. We have started with very basics now. Chart box option is there. I want somebody to just put the answer. 4.5 multiplied by 900 because 0000 get cancelled. I don't want many people. 4050. Sid Shinde has written on the chart box 4050. Hope it is correct. I don't know. Somebody can approve. Two answers I want. One the first person, and the second the person who verifies, because I'm not calculating anything. If you give the answer, then yeah. Rocky has given 4050. For Vivek 405 you had written. Vivek. I don't think it is 405. Definitely you can easily guess the number. It's 4090. Okay. Tabanesa, you just tell me if the volume is low. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So in between, if something happens, you just tell me. 4090 is the correct answer. Hope you understood how to calculate the percentage. This percentage comes in your shares and mutual funds, and in the second semester, while calculating interest and annuity, you use a percentage. If X% of 200 is 5% of 200, if X% of 200 is 5% of 200, what is X? When two percentages are equal, there is an expression, this is an equation where two percentages are equal. X% of 200 is equal to 5% of 200. How much will be X? You also think simultaneously, then I also explain. Don't worry, I explain each and everything. And today definitely we'll have question and answer session where you can ask the question, ask your doubts. You can clear your doubts. X%. Follow this one. X per is divided by cent is 100. Half is multiplication into 200 is equal to 5%. 5 per is divided by cent is 100. Half is again into then rupees 200. Same number is given. Okay. So I hope you know how to that. This is 100 ones are 100 twos are 200. So here also 100 ones are 100 twos are. 5 into 2, right hand side. Right hand side generally we call RHS and left hand side is LHS. LHS and RHS. So 5 twos are 10. In right hand side we have 10. X into 2, which is equal to 2x. I told whenever there is a variable, x is known as a variable and 2 is the number. When you multiply these two numbers, you can write that as 2x. For example, if 3 into x is there, that can be written as 3x. If you have 5.2 in 2x, then that means 5.2, there is a multiplication symbol. We generally don't write multiplication symbol. Okay, so 2x is equal to 10. Now the cross multiplication, rule of cross multiplication. People who have not attended the last lecture. 2 into is there. Into, if you consider, if you take only a term to right hand side, not the whole term, only a coefficient. This is known as coefficient. one which is associated with X. Because we want X, so we have to keep X in the left-hand side. If you want Y, you have to keep all the Y terms in the left-hand side. If there is any X terms in the right-hand side, you should collect all the X terms in one side, group all the X terms in one side, transfer all the X terms in one side. So 2 into X is 10. So we are shifting implies. This is nothing but implies. That means these two statements are equivalent. X is equal to, we are shifting 2 to the denominator, right-hand side. 2 goes to denominator. I'm showing by arrow mark. This is down. This goes to the denominator. That means divided by. It becomes the denominator. X is equal to 10 by 2, which is equal to 5. Hope you understood. It should be 5 because the numbers are same. 200 and 200 I have taken same thing. One quick example just to test your knowledge. Okay. So what is 3.5% of rupees 7,000? Quickly. How much is 3.5% of 7,000 rupees? X equals 5 is correct. Yes. How do you calculate this? 3.5 upon 100 multiply by 7,000. Quickly, I want answer. $245. Sid. 245. Is it the correct answer? I hope so. 245 is the correct answer. I want somebody. Yes. Taban is also has written yes. Now everybody is giving correct answer means you have understood the basics of percentage. Okay, wherever it comes, percentage of profit, percentage of return. Okay, rate of return, rate and percentage are one and the same. What is the rate of return? That means how much percentage, how much you have to calculate for 100 rate of return. Okay. So we'll just, before going to the next one, we always say, including second semester also, your commission, earlier commission, the word was there, but now that is not there in the syllabus. They have deleted that portion. Your brokerage and commission, these are always calculated on the selling price. Here we have market value. So it is always on the market value or market price, either MP or MB, both are one and the same. These two are always calculated on the market value or at what price you are selling the goods or at what price you are purchasing the goods. Okay, second comes dividend. Okay, which is given by the company for your investment on shares. The dividend is always calculated on the face value. What is the face value of the share, the nominal or par value? On that basis, you get the dividend, rate of dividend. Dividend is always calculated on face value. Then interest comes, simple interest, compound interest. When you take the loan, you have to make the repayment at some rate of interest decided by the bank, okay, or financial company. So that interest is also in terms of percentage. That is, so we are just, going through what are the terms in mathematics which are represented in terms of percentage, which are expressed in terms of percentage. The first is a brokerage, second one is a commission, then third is a dividend, fourth is the interest. Interest is generally calculated on the loan amount, or interest rate is calculated on the deposit. Either you give the money or you borrow the money, lend the money or borrow the money. So either the loan amount, you have to calculate the interest, or the deposit, how much you are depositing in the bank. On that basis, you calculate the interest. Our bank announces the interest. And secondly, we'll come across profit. Profit is there everywhere. Okay, how much is the profit on your investment? How much is the income on your investment? Okay, so profit is always calculated on the cost price. Profit is always calculated on the original amount. How much you have invested? In general, in the first chapter, profit is calculated on investment is nothing but the market value. Correct now? How much you have paid? Remember this word. Profit is always calculated on investment. I spent 1,000 rupees. How much is the profit I got? It's always calculated on 1,000 rupees. Okay, so profit is always calculated on the investment. Brokerage and commission are calculated on market value. Dividend is calculated on face value. Interest is calculated on loan or the deposit. Okay. So please remember, only these are the terms which you'll come across in the first year BCom mathematics. Okay. Now, all these are expressed in terms of percentage. Why I have mentioned all these are percentage. These are the examples of percentages. You don't ask where exactly the percentage is used. Percentage is used in the calculation of the brokerage charges, in knowing the dividend, in knowing the interest, how much loan you have to repay, while calculating EMI, annuity, okay, while calculating the profit if you are in the business, how much profit we get and how much for 100 rupees. Okay, so that is nothing but the rate of return and rate of interest, rate of dividend, rate of brokerage, rate of commission. Okay, so these are the things which you come across in the first semester. Now, we'll take some example of the things which are directly related to your first semester. As I told you, so these are: find the selling price of a product if market price is equal to 650 and discount is 10%. Yeah, I forgot one more thing in the previous one. Not only this one, discount. Discount is also in terms of percentage. You might have seen sales, 50% discount, sales, 20% discount. You get in discounted price. Okay, when the money you are giving is much lower than the actual price printed. Okay, that is known as discount. When you purchase second-hand book, you always give less than whatever is printed, whatever is the MRP. Okay, so discount is also in terms of percentage. Discount is also calculated on the market price, similar to brokerage. So take these sums, we'll understand. Find the selling price. Selling price is generally denoted by SP. Cost price is denoted by CP. How much is the money required for manufacturing? How much is the original amount? Okay, I have to invest to manufacture. That is nothing but your cost price. Profit is always calculated on the cost price. Selling price is the price which you fix, okay, and which you tell the customers, to tell the people to purchase the goods. That is your selling price, market price. And if the market price is 650 and discount is 10%, suppose you want to buy a dress, and okay, so there is a discount which is announced as 10% discount. The shopkeeper will tell you, you'll get the dress for 10% discount. Then you should know whether you can buy that material or not, buy the dress or not. Okay, selling price means how much should be the money which you have to give to the shopkeeper if a dress is available at the rate of 10% discounted price, and the price tag shows 650 rupees. The price tag of a dress, that is 650. You are not definitely giving 650 rupees to the shopkeeper. You definitely give some money which is less than 650 rupees. Can anybody tell? 245. People are all doing this one. How do you calculate? So first we will calculate the 6% discount. How much is the discount? Discount is again calculated on market price. 10% of what? That is very important, na? 10% of 650 rupees. This is a discount you get, money. It is in rupees. How much is 10%? 10 by 100 multiplied by 650. 1010 get cancelled. How much is the money? Discounted price 65 rupees. Market price is 650. Selling 650 rupees actually. Selling price is question mark. So rupees 65 is what the discount you have got. Anybody? rupees 65 is what? Yes, rupees 65 is the discount. That means your selling price, discount in rupees is equal to 65 here. Then your selling price or purchasing value or the money you pay, okay, is always equal to the market value minus discount. Whenever it is discount, you always have to deduct. How much is 650 minus 65? 650 is 585. How people are telling 245? Earlier you were all telling 245. Now it is 585. Is it correct? Or do you get it for just common sense use karo? 650 ka half is how much? 650 ka half is around 300. I am 325 actually. So around 300 is 50%. 50% discount rahega. So you need to pay around 300. Discount hi nahi hai. How much you need to pay? 650 rupees full. There is no discount at all. 650 rupees. 10% discount hai. 10% is small money. Okay. So that is 90% discount means it might be nearer to 600 rupees. Correct na? So you always have to calculate, use your common sense, GK, to calculate how much can be the answer. Just, doing the calculator without thinking of anything. Don't go to do it. You have to be alert and you should know the answer, at least make the guesswork. How much should be the price? So it is 650 minus 65. That is your selling price. The selling price is how much here? I think most of the people have got the answer, 585 rupees. Okay, so this is the general day-to-day life problem, 585 rupees. 650 minus 65 is equal to 585. Hope you have understood. These are the types of problems, totally financial problem where you come across in day-to-day life. Okay, whenever you go to purchase an item, or if you are the shopkeeper, whenever you see, if the person wants to give 10% discount, shopkeeper is not a fool. First he calculates, he keeps some percentage of profit also. Without profit, nobody does a charity here. Business is not about charity. Business is all about getting earning the profit. So shopkeeper पहले calculation करके रखते हैं. So if price tag में change करते हैं ना, oh it is not that market price is 650, then how much should be? Okay, so rupees 585. How much he should keep? The price tag में actually if he writes 685 rupees in the price tag, and he get 585 rupees only. That means the original price might be much lower, 200 300 rupees का dress रहेगा. 200 300 rupees का dress के लिए price tag में 650, and he just brainwashing the customers that you are getting 10% discount, 50% discount. उसका profit में कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है if he announces any discount, because while deciding the price tag amount, MRP or whatever, at that time only all the calculations are done. After keeping the profit, quite good range of profit, good rate of profit, then only they decide how much should be MRP. Okay, so company is not a fool to do any charity here. In spite of discount, even if they give 90% discount also, they keep some amount of profit. Because if there is no demand, if it is some defective item, the defective item is not actually purchased. Generally it happens in online shopping. If you do especially cloth and all, you always get some either some unstitched material or some stained material or some quality in the picture. In the photo there is a nice picture, but the material will be so rough. You might have experienced online, because you're the commerce students, you should see. So these are all the business tactics they always make, and this is how the percentage is calculated. And the second one, okay, second is what? If a bank is giving interest. I am taking a problem. This actually is in second semester, but nothing matters. Okay. A bank is giving interest at the rate of 9%. P dot A means per annum per year for 1 year at the rate of 9%. This is a very familiar problem for you. Okay. If the deposit on the deposit, okay, whatever you go and you might be having some savings account, or it can be current account, it can be business account, okay, it can be FD, fixed deposit, it can be RD, recurring deposit, various deposits are there. Okay, so a short-term savings, short-term deposit scheme, various schemes are actually available in the bank. Okay, if the bank is giving at the rate of 9%, okay, rate of interest per annum on the deposit which you make, comma, how much interest a person gets for a deposit of 15,000. Suppose today you are going to some nationalized bank, can you tell me? SBI is there, Punjab National Bank is there, Bank of India is there, correct? Bank of Maharashtra is there, Dena Bank is there. Okay, these are all what? Nationalized bank. And private banks are Kotak Bank is a, ICICI is private bank, HDFC is private bank. Okay, so there are foreign based branches, banks, and there are local like Bank of Maharashtra, Bank of Baroda and all, Canara Bank. These are the local ones. Okay, so rate of interest is different for different banks. Okay, so here today you are going and depositing, might be savings, you are crediting. Yeah, the money is credited to your account. If you are withdrawing the money is debited from your account. Okay, money is credited to your account means it is added to your account, and money is debited means it is deducted from your account. Okay, so you are actually making the payment. You are depositing the amount. How much is the deposit? 15,000. So how much interest you should get? This is known as a principal amount. Okay, this is the principal amount you are depositing. It is giving at the rate of 9%. So interest is always calculated on the deposit or loan amount. I already told you how much interest you get. This is the extra money. Okay, interest is the extra money apart from principal which you are going to get either from the bank or from financial institution or wherever you are investing. Okay, it is 9% interest is calculated on the deposit. 9% of rupees 15,000. It is as good as a simple problem. Has anybody calculated so that I can take the answer directly? Interest is 1350. Interest is 1350. Is it correct? Yes. Okay, let us see here how you people calculated. 9 into 100, sorry, 9 divided by 100, multiply by 15,000. 2020 cut 150 multiply by 9. 15 nines are 135. So it must be, how much it must be? Answer is 1350. Okay, so you are getting 1350. The interest you can request whether it can be added to your account, or you can make the arrangement when you open the account only. You can request that interest, let it go to some account, or you if you want you can get the interest to your address also, your residence, depending upon how the interest is paid at the time of opening the account. Okay, you can always tell the branch. Even after some time also, you can request the bank. I don't want the interest to be deposited to my account. I want interest component separately. Please, transfer the interest component to some bank number, some account number. So that is also possible. Okay, fixed deposit is for definite tenure, for fixed number of years or fixed number of days or months. And savings means it is an open account. Any day you can go and withdraw the money. Any day you can go and deposit the money. But for fixed deposit and all, you cannot go and actually deposit the money at any time you want. And you cannot withdraw the money also Withdrawing is possible, but after deduction of some percentage. Okay, so that is known as maturity value, FD and RD. RD means every during fixed time you go and deposit some amount in the bank. Okay, every month you are paying 1,000 rupees. Every month you are going and paying 5,000 rupees. And after 3 years, you get full RD amount with interest. Okay, whenever you deposit, the interest is always simple interest. Whenever you take the loan, it is generally the compound interest. So these are very simple problems. Now we come to the first chapter, shares and brokerages. Can you see the complete problem, students? If a share is sold at maximum price, or shall I? Okay. Yes. Okay. So now if you can see clearly, if a share, A means one, alphabet one, A always stands for one. One share is sold at MP means market price. What is MP here? Market price. In shares and mutual fund, first you have to identify whether it is selling problem or purchasing problem. So here it is the problem of selling. You are selling the shares. Okay, purchasing problem is different than the selling problem. 250 rupees per share. One share is actually sold at the value of 250 rupees. With the brokerage, you are actually selling through brokers. So with the brokerage, you are paying 2%. Per share is understood. I have not written here, but in the examination, per share is also mentioned. Find the amount received by selling 30 shares. If you sell 30 shares, when brokerage is the amount which you need to pay, how much? This is a percentage. Percentage is there. This is a example of calculation of percentage. Where exactly you use percentage? You use percentage in deciding how much amount you get by selling shares, by selling units of mutual fund, by selling a flat, by selling a property, okay, by selling anything, how much is the money you get back, okay, in selling process. That is where your percentage is used. Now, MP, actually generally I already told this is a problem of selling. Three components which you need to list here. One is the market price. Market price is rupees 250. Second is the number of shares. The number of shares go through the entire problem, which is equal to 30 shares. And the third one is the amount. These are the fixed components in shares and mutual fund. Okay, these three components. One is always asked. Okay, find the amount received. One is question mark. Two components are always given. By selling 30 shares, number of shares is 30. And this is a problem, selling problem with brokerage. No brokerage, with brokerage. With brokerage means it will be different. So how do you calculate first? We'll calculate the brokerage for one share. Okay, so 30 shares will come into picture at the end. Let's calculate. Suppose you sell one share. How much you need to give the broker? Let's understand 2%. For 100 rupees business, 2% for 100 rupees. Okay, 2 for 100. The broker will take 2 rupees. If you sell one share, you have to give 2 rupees. Broker will get 2 rupees. If you sell 2 shares, broker will get 4 rupees. If you sell 3 shares, broker will get 6 rupees. Okay. And if you sell one share, okay, 100 rupees is the market price. 2%. Okay. Find the amount received by the investor by selling 30 shares. So how much is the selling price here? The selling price or the amount received. Here amount received is given. I also use amount received. Amount received. How much per share? No? For one share. Amount received for one share is equal to how much amount you receive If there is no brokerage, how much amount you receive? 250 rupees. You sell one share, you get 250 rupees. You sell two shares, then you get 500 rupees. You sell three, then you get 750 rupees. So whatever the market value is there, that much amount you receive by selling. So if you are paying 2 rupees brokerage charges, then you have to deduct. For example, broker is taking 2 rupees. Okay, then you have to subtract 250. Okay, minus 2, which is 248 rupees is the money you get. If broker is taking 3 rupees, then it is 250. The market price minus 3, that is 247 is what you get. If broker is taking 5 rupees, then 245 rupees you get. If broker is taking 2%, we don't know of what. Brokerage is calculated on the market value. So the amount received for one share is market value minus 2% of market value. How much is the market value? 250 rupees minus 2 per divided by cent 100 of is multiplication. Multiply by market value. Market value is 250 rupees. So calculate how much is this one. 250 into 2 is 500. 500 divided by 100. How much it is? How much is the brokerage? Start marks. I'm just asking brokerage, no, not the amount received. How much is the brokerage? ₹5. Okay. 245 बाद में. 245 is what amount you get? I'm asking you brokerage. So brokerage, this part is ₹5. Then how much is the money you get? 245, because ₹5 you are giving to broker and 250 rupees is the market price. So you are getting back 245 rupees by selling how many shares? One share. By selling one share, you get 245 rupees. Okay, so if you sell all the shares, how many shares you are having in a company? You are having 30 shares in a company. If you sell all 30 shares, then how much is the amount you receive? I denote A. I denote amount by A. So this amount for 30 shares. Okay, A for 30 shares. That means amount you get by selling 30 shares. Right here is equal to 30 multiply. You get 245 rupees by selling one share. Correct? 245 twos are. Okay, that is how much? 490 rupees by selling two shares. If you sell 30 shares, how much money you get? Any answers? 7350. Is it correct? 7350. This is what the amount, the money which you get by selling 30 shares with a market price of 250 rupees and brokerage charges 5 rupees per share. Brokerage charges 2%. Either 2% or 5 rupees brokerage charges. Okay, so you can write brokerages is equal to ₹5. Brokerage for one share is 5 rupees. Hope you have understood. So this is a direct application for your FI BCom. Percentage, where exactly we are using percentage and how to calculate the percentage of brokerage, percentage of dividend, percentage of, okay, then profit and all. So we are using this percentage that is in the page course. Second one, if a company declares dividend at 5% and find the dividend for 20 shares with face value 150 rupees. What is printed in the share certificate? If shares and mutual funds are not done for NKDT students, I just tell you dividend is always calculated on face value. Okay, so face value is 150, then dividend on 150 rupees. Face value is 200, dividend is on 200 rupees. The dividend is always calculated on the face value. Market value is 250. Market value is also given. MV means market value. FV means face value. FP is face value. MV is market value. Come on, now tell me. Okay, so I give you, just tell me, dividend at 5%. Company declares. Company, you are the shareholder. You are having 20 shares in a company, and face value which is printed on the share certificate is 150. Okay, at the time of distribution of dividend, the market value of the share is 250 rupees. Market value is 250 rupees. What I do now, I just, allow you to speak. I just want the answer before I explain anything. Those who want to speak can unmute yourself and tell me. This 5% I have to calculate first. Dividend per share I'll calculate. Then comes the number of share. This is 5% calculated of 150 rupees or 250 rupees. Please unmute yourself.
Ma'am, 150.
150.
Who is talking? You can use start box also. 150 rupees के ऊपर dividend calculate करना है, नहीं तो 250 के ऊपर dividend calculate करना है. 150 I got two answers. Why it is not 250 then? The question is why it's not 250.
It is a market.
250 is market value. Then why market value is given here? Why market value is given in the problem? Market value will be given. For example, brokerage problem includes face value as well as market value. In the examination or in the textbook, whenever you deal with any problems of shares and mutual funds, the market value and face value both are mentioned. Without face value, there is no problem existing. Face value is always existing. And market value is also there in the transaction while purchasing and selling of shares. Market value also comes. You may not use market value for your calculation, or you may not use face value for the calculation. Before here, I have not mentioned the face value, but face value is generally mentioned. It's understood. Face value is always there. Okay. So market value and face value both are there. Both are always there in the problem of the shares and mutual funds. Okay. So now you have to calculate dividend 5% of 150 rupees. Now let's calculate now. Dividend is always calculated on face value. Yes, very good. So 7.5, Aishwarya is telling 7.5 is, let us see, 5%, which is 5 upon 100 multiplied by 150. Correct now, 10 get cancelled, which is dividend per share is always money. It is rupees 7.5. Hope you got 7.5 here. Dividend for one share, that is 7.5. 7.5 rupees. Okay, so if dividend for one share per share is 7.5 rupees, how many shares you are owning here? You have 20 shares here. So dividend for 20 shares. Dividend for 20 shares is number of shares multiplied by dividend per share, which is equal to 7.5. 20 number of shares multiplied by 7.5. How much is 20 multiplied by 7. See, you get 7.5 rupees for one share. For two shares, it is 15. For four shares, it is 15 to the 30. Correct now? How much for 20 shares? 150 is the answer. 150. No. 150 already done. For 20 shares, is it 150 rupees? Is it the dividend? Is it the dividend on dividend for 20 shares? This is rupees 150. Rupees 150 might be face value. 7.5 multiplied by 20. If you're having 20 shares in a company, then if company declares dividend at 5%, then you get dividend of 150 rupees. So can I say this is a profit? There is no selling profit is equal to rupees 150. So if you want, you can have a formula of dividend. Okay, so here we'll see one more thing. I asked dividend for one share is, okay, number of shares. This is rule of cross multiplication. All of you got 150. Let us understand how. And dividend. What are we calculating? That should be in the right hand side. You have to make a table. This is the rule of cross multiplication. For one share, you get dividend of 7.5 rupees. For 20 shares, how much is the question? This is the rule of cross multiplication. Zig, I already explained in the class. Zig, you have to start zig. This is always first equation, second equation. First line, second line. Second line, right hand side should always be the question mark. You have to adjust in that way. Start with 1 in the denominator, 7.5. What is the meaning of 7.5 upon 1? 7.5 rupees dividend you get for one share, number of shares. Correct, na? If you have one share in the company, you get 7.5 rupees dividend. If you have 20 in the company, how much? This denominator, we should end with a question mark. So this is the rule of cross multiplication. Dividend is calculated in this way. What is question mark? Question mark comes under dividend column. So this is dividend. So there will not be any confusion if you use this procedure. You always find two groups. What is calculated, put it in the right hand side of the second line. Okay, second term. And what is given is always in the first one. Number of shares and dividend should be given. One is given, other one is a question mark. So this is equal to 7.5 multiplied by 2. 7.5 into 2 is 15. So this is how you get 150 rupees. Okay. So if you get, for example, 150 rupees by selling one shares. 150, not 150, let me take 200 rupees by selling one share. How much is the amount you get by selling some 30 shares? How do you do this sum? In this one, number of shares and amount. Amount is given. So this is rupees 200. So first amount is asked that and number of shares is given. Number of shares and amount you write here. Okay. So number of shares is 1. Amount you get is 200. Number of shares is 30. How much is the amount? So in the place of dividend, you get amount. This is the rule of cross multiplication. If you understand this, then you can easily do it. How you are calculating one denominator? Next is 200, 200 for one share. How much for 30 share? That means you have to multiply. Because sometimes you always have confusion whether 30 se divide karna hai, 30 se multiply karna hai. So you always have to multiply. Use the cross multiplication. It's already 130. I just check what exactly is there. In the next slide. Hope you have understood. In the limited, yeah, 6,000. I just told you the example. It might be 6,000. I just told how it is calculated. It's 6,000. Okay. So what you do? Yeah, only one slide is left. Quickly we can do it. Akshay paid 562.50 for T-shirt in a sale, while the price tag shows market price is 625. Find the discount in percentage, slightly different. And one related problem, if the number of people, number of people vaccinated for COVID-19 on 2 consecutive days, every day you can see the statistics. You can go to CoWIN website and see how the vaccination process is going on, because you people are also under vaccination, either below 18 years, or you might have taken vaccine also, because the classes are started physically. 4,000 and 7,000 respectively. Find the percentage increase in the vaccination. In COVID, number of cases is increasing, COVID death, what is the percentage? Correct the percentage change kitna hai? In which country it is more? Everywhere for comparison. So this is for comparing, na? Correct. What is the percentage increase in profit? Percentage decrease in profit? Whether say how sales are going on, whether it is steadily going on, so we have to improve the sales. For everything, what is the first thing you do? You always compare. Okay, last year profit kitna tha? 2,000. This year 1,000 rupees. What's the reason? How to increase? And generally all these things are represented in terms of percentage. Anybody, the first problem? Anybody, the first problem? What you people can do? These are just, the question. Check your knowledge. These two problems are check your knowledge. It is left to you. It should be in percentage. How much discount you have got? Okay. How much you have to give? He has already given. Akshay already given 625 rupees actual amount. The price tag में 562 he has already given. कितना डिस्काउंट मिला उसको? इतना तो कैलकुलेट कर सकते. How much is the discount he got? He already gave the shopkeeper 562 rupees 0.5. How much is the discount he got? 63 rupees. कैसे होगा? 562.5 is there. How much is the discount he got? Somebody calculate. Subtract ही करना है ना? 625 minus 562.5. How much it is? Calculator use करो. You need not have to do manually. 62.5 is a discount he got. Is it? 625 say, if you are doing manually, 0.00, 562.50 को subtract करो. Is it 89.5 one person is telling? Shubham. Jyoti is telling 62.5. 625 है ना वो price tag था, but he has given only 562. मतलब उसको तो कुछ तो concession मिला रहेगा. कितना concession मिला उसको? Maximum MRP में. 89 one person is telling. Chart, I am seeing the chart box. 62.5. One person is telling 62. 62 point. Bhavika, Ankita, they are all telling 62.5. ये तो subtraction आपके सामने है. Correct, na? This becomes so. Is it okay? Some people, Abhishek and all, they already calculated 10% discount. Okay, so discount, I agree that discount mila usko 62.5. It is just a subtraction. 62 point discount on what? For what? Now I unmute. Tell me, Sid. 10%. Abhishek, you have written 10% discount. How did you calculate? Tell me. $62.5 for 625. How much for 100 rupees? अगर प्राइस टैग में 625 रहेगा तो 62.5 मिला. अगर प्राइस टैग में 100 रुपीज रहेगा तो कितना डिस्काउंट मिलेगा? यस और नो? 62.5 multiplied by 100 is how much? 6250. 6250 divided by 65. Is it 10? Is it 10? Yes or no? Answer is 10. So you have to write, yeah. Answer is 10, correct na? Ye calculation calculator में कर देना. So answer is 10. So answer is 10%. Discount in percentage because we already calculated. How much for 100? How we read? 62.5 for 625 rupees. Okay. How much for 100 rupees? How to write it? This is the market price. Market price one side and discount another side. Both are the money. Market price is 625. Discount is 62.5. Market price is 100. Percentage calculation करना है ना? You always have to find it for 100. अगर 100 रहेगा तो 100 is a standard money. How much? Understood na? How you have to start with 625, 62.5. How much per 100? Okay, you can take the screenshot of this vaccination problem, and this is left to you. What is the percentage increase in the vaccination? Increase कितना हुआ 2 consecutive में? एक दिन में से, for example, yesterday it was 4,000 who were vaccinated, and today it is 7,000 who are vaccinated. How much is the difference? 3,000. 7,000 minus 4,000, which is 3,000. 3,000 extra vaccinated हो गया. So अगर 3,000 rupees increase हो, sorry, 3,000 people are extra vaccinated from one day to another day. What is the percentage? अगर 100 रहेगा तो कितना increase हो गया? How much per 100? That you have to calculate. That is left to one problem. Okay. So now I once again put all our NSS college students. Please mind, you people had not submitted the attendance, neither the feedback. I hope this is I have just posted on the chat box. This is attendance come feedback. Give right from 18th. 18th. We started on 18th, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, my lecture was there. Okay, then people who already submitted need not have to submit. First, let me take, okay, in case of any problem, you please inform me on Google Classroom. And NKTT students, if you face any problem, you just inform your sirs so that I can make the correction. Okay, whosoever have attended the bridge course, because we want the correct number, na? So it is not that एक WhatsApp group में post किया कोई भी, मतलब what is the use of all those things? There is absolutely no use of just giving your attendance and all. You are not going to prove anything just by doing. So that's the reason why I generally don't post. And I'm not actually blaming anybody. That is up to you, your wish. If you feel like these things are all important, you attend. If you feel it is not important, I'm not, blaming anybody, because circumstances after 4 and 5 lectures also you need to attend, irrespective of whether it is important or not. There are various other problems also you must be having. But whosoever have attended, first let me go through who have attended and whether it is useful or not. Even if 1% is useful, then definitely our purpose is solved. These are all the extra lectures we are taking. It's not compulsory that we all have to take the bridge course and all. We have to explain some 5th standard